I'm staying. That's why I'm sitting. All right, everyone, we're live and we're back for another chat, and we're surprisingly doing this one on a Sunday, which is meant to be the day of rest. But so yeah, Sunday. But how's everything going, Gio? How's your week been?
Very, very good. Happy weekend. Happy collecting. Hope everybody's well.
Yeah. I'm still trying to grab some.
Yeah, I've had a good week, man. It's my birthday this week, so had a nice week.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, I didn't see any nice posts from you to me this year. Like, I think you should retract and go back to your one and see the lovely things I wrote about you.
Well, we
waited with bated breath all day. Nothing happened.
We had this conversation of the reason why I decided against making a nice post about you is because I knew that when you posted mine, it was out of guilt.
I completely disagree.
Because while we were on the phone, we spoke about stuff, and then when I said, "Oh yeah, my birthday," blah blah, he goes, "Yeah, I know. Of course, it's your birthday. Blah blah. Happy birthday."
Yeah.
But you didn't remember.
Of course I did.
I was fucking scarred, and then you put up your post to try and fucking think your way out of it.
Honestly, the cynical way that your mind works is alarming.
Well, that's how it is. You're getting out of that. So did you get anything for your birthday? Like Blu-rays or anything like that?
Yeah, I got some nice steelbook stuff. I got some like clothes and shit. I got a nice coat, some trainers and bits and pieces like that. My wife don't buy collectibles anymore, thankfully. Which is good. It's a good thing. She used to buy like pieces and stuff, but the amount of statues I get in per year, it's not like it doesn't feel like a birthday present thing anymore. So I don't get anything like that.
Yeah, no, I get that.
You get like, I don't know, however many statues a year. She was like, it's just like another day for you. It's not the same. So, it used to be in the early days, but got some bits and pieces. Got some nice stuff, and obviously now that I've got my wife has to buy stuff for him to give to me.
Yeah.
So I get more stuff. So that was winning. That was a winning. Yeah, it was a nice day. It's all right.
Yeah. Cool, man. Cool. And any new updates to your shizzle this week?
I sent Red Hulk off to Ian to Hawkinson to do.
Yeah.
That's in for a repaint. I'm going to go through the pictures. My mate Lee Everington, he just had his done. He posted it on our group, and I think he posted it on Statue Collectors as well. Maybe I'm not sure, but so he just had his back. Some different ideas to mine, sort of. But so that's off. I'm waiting on Beast to arrive. I'm waiting for him to be shipped out. It should be sometime soon. I've got the Infinity Gauntlet waiting at your house, the life-size one. So I've got to come and pick that up at some point.
Yeah. I'm using it basically as my Christmas tree at the moment.
The presents under it, or you're hanging baubles off it. I don't understand what the reference would be.
It's got this like option of like lights that flash like a Christmas tree.
Oh, nice. I'm glad you're using my battery. Is it mains?
No, I put batteries in it.
Oh, okay.
It takes fucking 8 batteries though.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Jesus. It's like trying to fucking.
I bet than that. That's all I can. Yeah, I don't think it's been too heavy. I've got to be honest with you, man. It's like I was saying to Gary on the phone the other day. I was talking to Gary. I'm really just getting into sort of like CGC and comics and bits and pieces like that at the moment. I'm spending like quite a bit of money on sort of covers and things that I like.
Yeah.
Sad memory will keep fucking me up anyway, sending me shit. Even the other day, I was thinking about buying a Captain Marvel #1. I was like, why? Why do I want this? I don't understand. I don't fucking even like it. Why do I want it? And I was like, well, it might be worth some money. No, just leave it.
I like the Deadpool one you got the other day, the one you sent me, Wolverine.
Yeah, Deadpool nice. #1. Yeah. Nice one. Yeah, it's a nice cover that is actually. Got a lot of Doom cover on the way. There's not very many good covers of. Too many nice ones of Doom looking classics. So, I'm like I like a bit of modern art, the way things look. So,
Yeah.
So I picked up a few bits and pieces. So.
Well, I did that as well. I mean, I did that the other week with Sad Lemon, and they delivered 28 comics the other day. So, so yeah, but I still have The one I actually went on there to order.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing. I went on there to order this. I think it was like Superior Spider-Man, and I went on there to order it, and then while I was there was a sale, so I ordered all of those as well. The ones that I ordered that I didn't want have all turned up, and the one that I wanted it's not. I won't get it till the end of January, so it's just funny, really, the way it happens. So
I'm still waiting on. I'm still waiting on the Web of Carnage variant, the Clayton Crane one.
I like the Born Again one.
That's the one, the birth of Born.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I do like that. I like that one. I was looking at that one, a few different versions actually. There's quite a lot of them. There's a good one actually with like Mary Jane, where she's got like a Spider-Man shirt on, and then the Virgin variant, she's got like a symbiote shirt on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, quite like that. So I was looking at that, but the problem with I'm quite getting into the CGC stuff as well. I sent away Fantastic Four 49, not 48, 49. So like the first full appearance of Silver Surfer and Galactus, and it was pretty bad condition. That came back as a 2.5, so I'm quite happy with that.
Would that make it worth anything?
It's about £300. But
that's sweet. That's
I think I paid like £45 for it about 5 years ago. So, maybe a bit more. But I just like the cover. I've always liked the cover of it. So that's why I kind of got it then. And it was just so cheap. I think it was one of those ones where, when you go on eBay and you buy something from one person, so you're like, he'll combine shipping or so you got to go through.
I've just done that with that guy that you found the Wolverine comic that I was after. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Did the same thing. He basically messaged me back and said, "Look, I've got other stuff. Like, I'll give you like £1 each, and I'll combine the shipping." So I looked at some stuff and I ended up buying a few more pieces. I was like, "Fuck's sake!"
Yeah, it gets you like. And again, I mean, it was I can't remember what I ordered. I mean, it may have actually. Do you know what it may have been? It may have been when I ordered the Silver Surfer #4 and Silver Surfer #1, and then he had them comics as well. So I just got them, as a deal thing. So yeah, I got that done. Again, I asked for it to be pressed, and they messaged me back and said, "Yeah, sorry, your comic is too brittle to be pressed." And I just thought, I was thinking,
me up, man. That I was laughing about that for a couple of days when I talked to him. That was fucking funny shit. That was.
Well, I messaged this guy I talked to, Nick. We talk about comics, and it's Nick Warner, and we chat about the comics and stuff. And he's been doing CGC stuff for a while, and he actually cleans his own comics and presses them. So when I said to him like, this comic it's going to come back like a 1 or a 0.5 because they won't even touch it, and he said to me, unless if it's all intact, it won't be a 1. If it's all like, if you have all the pages, it won't be a 1. So I was like, yeah, whatever. They're telling me it's too brittle to fucking press. So, and he said to me that they do that because of insurance, and he says that he's had stuff come back as a 5 that they refuse to press. So
it's good to have someone in the know, isn't it?
Yeah. So with that in mind, I was felt a bit better. But again, I mean, 2.5 is pretty poor. It's like that guy. It's like that guy in Friends, isn't it? The clarity is poor.
But
we'll talk about the diamond ring. Yeah,
the color is really dull. Yeah,
because this Chandler says, aren't diamonds meant to? Aren't engagement rings meant to have a diamond? And he was like, yeah, it does. And Chandler's like, oh yeah, it was really squeaking. It reminded me of that scene. It was a bit like, yeah, the cover is poor. But I mean, I got it for kind of display, and I just bought a raw copy of Walking Dead #1, so that'll be quite interesting to see what that comes back as. So,
yeah, man, your cube is looking good, man.
Yeah, that's something else that came in. That's the old module case came in. So basically, I'm not very patient, and I've been speaking to Brian from Module Case for some time, and we've been having little conversations back and forwards, and I've been asking about Module Cases and just trying to find out more and more about them. But the issue is always going to be that Singapore shipping is fucking killer for us in the EU, and then you're going to get taxed on top of it because they're like they're a legitimate company, so they can't then mark down the paperwork. So it's all like, yeah, shit, I've got to pay 20% on that, and I've got to pay this shipping. And, So what I managed to do was I did manage to get my local guy to kind of pick up one of them, which is the DF120. So he picked it up. I got it shipped out, and yeah, I've done the paperwork and stuff, so I didn't have to pay as much tax. I think I paid £50 tax. And I knew that they were then going to go live soon with the EU. I didn't realize it. It's actually, I received this Wednesday or Thursday, I think, and I didn't realize that they gone live with it today. So I'm like, God damn it, I just should have just waited, but I wasn't. I was very impatient. But also, they've gone live on Sideshow with the half size of this, and people are saying that they want a big one. So this is the 120 by 60 deep and 60 tall. What you have to bear in mind is the piece either side of Spider-Man, their bases are ridiculous. Their bases, like if you have like a Besta, they take up a Besta, like 1 cube.
Yeah,
no, actually, sorry, I lied to you. Sorry.
Electro's around about 22, 21, yeah. 22 wide.
I lied to you. Sorry, Lizard don't go in with Besta.
No, I don't think he does because of the
Lizard
tail.
Lizard goes into Struva because he's too deep. So with that in mind, these are 2 very big pieces. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out when I'm not hungover, because I've been going out drinking a couple of days for Christmas things. And I'm going to actually take my horror collection I have upstairs all boxed up, and it's going to be really good to actually see them unboxed. I'm going to try and see how many I can get in there. And because of the original sort of Sideshow pieces, they have the much smaller bases, so their bases are like literally not that big. So you could actually then put the bigger ones along the back, and I reckon you could get easily a line of 4, maybe 5 along the back, easy. And then what you can do then is you can then stagger the smaller pieces in the front. And so kind of do that. So I mean, you could probably get 4 2 as an easy one. But I did do a few setups I sent to George. I did put in Spider-Gwen and stuff like that, but I just didn't want it too crowded,
It's good. The space looks great in there, and it's good to see those 2 pieces up because they're the problem with both of these pieces, in my opinion, certainly Electro and Lizard, is their awkwardness in terms of size to display means that they often get put in a place where they're not really viewed as well as they should be. And what happens is I think people sell and move these pieces probably on more than they should because they're quite hard to get in the right type of display. I mean, I've got Electro up for sale. My wife is like, I've had to put it off sale because she's just like, no, don't sell that piece, because she before she'd have a problem, but when I put it in the cube, she was like, oh, that's fucking one of your better pieces. I would keep that.
Yeah.
So I'm now just thinking about it because there is a point to it. It is an awkward piece to display, but if you can see it like that, unimpeded, it's special. For me, I still think that even with Scorpion, I still think that's the second best statue from the Spider-Man line. I think.
Well, I've actually.
I think Doc Ock, and then I think Electro personally, and the reason I understand the switch out and the edition sizes and stuff like that. That's all fine, but in terms of concept and things, I think it's the more complete piece.
Yeah. Well, I think I basically managed to find a decent space now for my Scorpion. So he is actually up where, oh God, what piece was up there now? 2099.
Yeah, that's a good spot.
So he's up high.
Top right,
and he's he's up high looking down. So he looks absolutely fantastic up there. So I'm really happy.
Is he or is he on his own?
He's on his own at the moment, but the thing with him is he's so narrow that he could go. Another piece can go in there. So I'm looking into that at the moment.
Spider-Gwen's a good mix, isn't it?
Yeah,
The mix of colours that because it's black and white and pink, and then with like a lot of green. So quite a good contrast. That.
Well, I'm just trying to work it out because he's very tall. So I would like to take advantage of the height and see if there's anyone else who's tall who would fit in with him.
I always like the composition. Like if you look behind you, that's why that works, because what you have is you have two sort of wide angled pieces and something that's narrow and taller. And for me, that's the ideal composition. That's the balance. So for me personally, if I had a tall piece, I would put something a little shorter and probably just as narrow, it just slightly in front. And then I think it's a good balance. When they're both tall, they sort of start competing for the same sort of eye line.
I guess, but then there's also the fact that, space isn't really a luxury. So, sometimes you just have to make do with what you have. I mean, I did just move.
Especially if you have too many pieces, which you certainly do, sir.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, I do think that, I mean, going back on that thing a bit about space and things, I do think I will be getting more of these module cases for sure, because they kind of get rid of a problem, which I remember old Victor mentioned it, to be honest with you, and it's to do with, he always said he didn't like the kind of Besta and that kind of option. He basically said that you lose a lot of space by having them, because obviously you have the kind of restrictive element of it by having all of the beams in the middle.
Yeah, of course.
And by then having, for example, underneath my case, I have two cubes, and if I was actually to display these pieces, that is one cube, that is one cube, and then I lose, so I can't display that one. So by having it, that kind of opens up a little more space. So if I
these are stackable, aren't they? These are stackable. You can stack these on top of each other.
Yeah, they're stackable. I mean, I'm going to do a video on them again. I do recommend, if you do order them, not to do it. Probably put them together on your own. I did put them together on my own, and it was a bit of a pain in the arse. It's more
about it. I might measure up and see.
Yeah,
they are. I mean, is a glass on the side panels?
The side panels are Perspex, and then the front's Perspex. Yeah.
Do you have to use like a special cleaner to clean that? Can you can't lose glass cleaner on that, can you?
Yeah, of course you can.
Can you?
Yeah. As long as you don't use fucking bleach.
I would be curious about that. I'd probably look into some specialized Perspex cleaning equipment. I won't just spray any old shit on this stuff, because with Perspex, if it goes cloudy, you're fucked.
Yeah, well, that's also the element of the fact, with Perspex and things, it does scuff very easy, so you have to be really careful with that as well. I mean, but once you've got them kind of set up and you've got them in their place, you shouldn't be kind of touching them too much. So it's adding photos as we speak. Cool. So, I mean, again, I'm super happy with them. I basically, with the front panel, it's held on with, I don't know, like maybe 16 magnets or so around the outside. And then you have this like little screw here, and you unscrew that, and then you just pull off the front. Cool. With the half size, you could probably get away with just having the magnet and not using the screw. But because of the weight of this one, you can't. And I still wouldn't recommend it with the half-size one. Once you take it off, this one has the lights, which are the spotlights. So you can actually position these kind of where you want. I took a load of pictures, but the problem is it doesn't really do it any justice, because a few people have said they look a bit dark in the pictures. The reason why was because I turned all my lights off to kind of make
highlight.
So with that in mind, I mean, and also, as I said to George, I've got the switch here where I can turn it off, turn it on, but again, because my room's quite dark anyway, I do need Dan to come and collect this piece of shit, because I need my table back, Dan, because I'm leaning in a really awkward position. I'm going to have like my back's going to need cracking after this chat.
Yeah, look what I'm dealing with.
Yeah. God. So I've been going through the pictures, been adding those on there. Most of them got quite a lot on there today.
Let's get on it.
O'Brien actually is just tagged on there saying
Mr. Tan.
He's no Brian Wong. He's from Moducase, and he says just clean it with clean water.
I've heard soapy water is what you clean it with, but I would definitely listen to the man. I would trust what he tells you.
Yeah. So in the house today we have Jem Mint, we have Lee Everington, who we were just talking about, Roberto Penham, Martin Spice, Nicholas Domrucci. Is that his name? I never tried to say his name out loud. All right. Dave Rose, anyone places a bet when they'll go on. Yeah. Martin Spice. Come with me if you want to collect. That's a fucking awesome name. Prime One Venom. Lee Everington, Cody Spencer. Yeah, I got to do the hair. I had to do the hair. Brian Wong getting his hair set up. Yep. Dave Rose, Alex probably broke something. Funny you say that, but we won't go into that now. Jem Mint. Yeah, that's my bet. Last minute pincher hunt. And yep, I was doing that as well. Dave Rose. Tack in the house. Cat Dad in the house. Thanks, Cody. I've just, as I say, I'm going to try and change this setup around. This is probably the way I am going to go with it, but I do want to see what it looks like with the horror collection because that was always my initial plan for that. So, Vassron in the house for Gunderson, Yo, Mac Collections, Gabriel Ross, Dad Gabriel Ross.
Well, my boy's got a little bit of a cold, making sure I don't leave the wife hung.
We go, Camarago. Well, the display cabinet. Yeah, that's the was it Wego Camarago? Yeah, these are Moducase codes, so some I don't know, names get worse every week, and I'm just trying to say them.
Oh, that's terrible, man.
Stone 466 back again on the live chat. Gabriel Ross. So I'm just skimming through these quickly. Chad Fister. What's up, guys?
Yo, motherfucker.
Yo. See if I can use that. Arkar in the house. Archangel 0407. What's up, guys?
Welcome.
Rabin Femback. Hi. Spanish Heart. Careful Geo. CGC Collecting. Yeah, CGC Collecting is a very slippery slope. Yep, we're finding that out quite quickly.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm not the most forgiving of people. So the second that they give me a grade I really don't agree with, I'll stop doing it altogether. So yeah. I'm waiting for that moment to happen. At the minute, I'm pretty happy with what they've given me. But if I give them something that I'm not a grader, but if I've taken it out and looked overnight, I think it's spotless, and I don't see a 96, 98, there's going to be fucking trouble. So I'll be like, yeah, not doing that anymore. We'll see what happens. But I'm enjoying it. The thing is, I'm enjoying it at the moment. That's the main thing. It doesn't matter what you're doing, hobby-wise, providing A, you're not hurting anyone in the process, and B, you can afford it and you enjoy it. The rest of it is all fucking semantics. The rest of it is irrelevant.
I think the thing about it as well is like when you kind of have this kind of statute side, when you get the conversation of people saying you're only saying that because you can't afford it and blah, 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 and there's an element of, well, with these statues, I don't think they're out of reach of anyone. I mean, if you have the money in the bank or even a fucking credit card, you can buy any piece that you want. Sure. With CGC Comics, that ain't the case. They go for absolutely ludicrous prices, some of them.
Yeah.
And I just spent a couple of grand, so it's not fun straight away. So what's this? Cole's Toy Story, loving the background, Alex. Have you seen the new Spider-Man movie? No, but I'm actually really looking forward to the Spider-Man movie, actually, more than Aquaman.
I
Really?
actually am hearing nothing but positive results for Aquaman. I actually am a big fan of Jason Momoa, so he's kind of I like the geezer. So
Yeah.
I watch him on I've seen him on a few of them chat shows. I can't remember who it is. I like. There's a guy. He's like camp, but he's not like he's straight geezer, I'm sure. But he's quite camp, and he like does that lip sync shit in the US.
Yeah.
On his fucking name. But he's been on there. He was like axe throwing on there the other day. He's fucking brilliant. The guy's just fucking awesome. Reminds me of Nanny D so much. I mean, Nanny D is like a little bit of a similar type of cat. Just one of them cool guys. There's not really even trying, and you just think, oh, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? But he's I really like him. So I've heard nothing but positive. Obviously, James Wallace said it was good, which obviously you've got to now worry.
Yeah, whenever James Wallace says anything's good, when James Wallace says, "Oh yeah, I love that," blah blah blah, I'm like,
best
I was really looking forward to that
movie everywhere. Yeah, best DC movie ever. I was like, no, why have you done this to me? I always wait. I hope he says, "Oh, I hated it," and I'm like, yeah, that could be good. Could be okay.
Got all over. Someone just called all over. CGC is a never-ending hole. Get out before you free fall.
Good advice.
Yeah, we got then.
I have to be honest. I mean, I'm quite lucky because I have no, it's just a taste thing. I have no care whatsoever for any of the classic comics or key issues. I don't give a fuck. I don't care at all. For me, I really like the art of the modern stuff.
Yeah,
that's just how I like. I really like stuff. I mean, I'm loving people like Clayton Crane and the Scan and Delotto and Alex Ross and J. Scott Campbell. They're the sort of things that I like. I mean, certainly for females, J. Scott Campbell really is beautiful. He does female stuff. But I like kind of the modern. I only collect like modern variants. That's it. So it's never going to get to the point where I'm going to be like Alex, where it's like, this is £1,000 comic. It's just not going to happen. I mean, I say to him on the phone all the time, I've got this cover and I picked it up for £5.
Yeah,
big money. Big money. And he's like, oh, really? How much? I'm like, yeah, like 50 quid. And he's like, yeah, Alex, Jules, there's not big fucking money, man. That's there's no money. I'm like, there's big money to fucking me. I ain't paying 50 quid for something.
Yeah, I mean, I just as I say, I just won the Walking Dead #1, and that was £587.
CGC though, or Raw?
No, it's Raw.
So you don't know what it is?
I don't know what it is, but then I also use this code, which is an eBay code like "Pinch Me," one word in capitals, and it was 10% off, which was up to £50. So I got £50 off. Yeah, I took it. Matthew Branford's Rasta in the area.
Yeah, there's yellow. What is it? Yellow with red, right? Yellow and red brother.
Yeah. So I'm just skimming through these comments really quick. So, tack. These are meant to be stacked. These are really solid. I mean, like, I probably wouldn't press down on them because the best is underneath aren't solid, so it's probably not a good idea. But the actual frame on these are really solid. When I actually went to, while I was in Singapore, I was in touch with Brian Wong, and we were chatting away about the displays and whatever else. And I went to the XM factory, and then I found out that their factory, their module case, was just around the corner. So I spoke to Sang, and I said, "Can you take me here?" So we went across, and they had a couple set up. And while he was talking to Sang, I was in the corner, and I literally grabbed like the box, and I was really trying to like put some really heavy force on it, and it didn't move at all. So I mean, it was solid. It was like they're solid like aluminium rods, and then also with this version, it has I can't remember what they call it, like an enhanced strength. So it has 4 L brackets on each corner of the bottom, and then it has an extra 2 strengthening bars. So it should take, I think, 120 kilos. I think it says.
Jesus.
Yeah,
that's big. That's weight, man. I mean, that's more than what I weigh. That's some weight.
There is actually. This is the DF. I do think there is a DM, which takes even more weight, and they're bigger.
Well, I'm quite interested. I definitely like the way it's looking, and I like the adjustable light situation and stuff. I dig it. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to getting
Happy
around there
Hanukkah.
when you review it and then going through it and looking over it.
Yeah. Roberta Penn is saying Happy Hanukkah. Gooch 007, yo yo.
Yo,
Eric
how many people
Hendershot,
you killed today, brother?
Manuel Dunn. I'm going to do I will do a separate video on the case. I just need to bring all my other pieces down that I want to put in there. Bart in the house.
Yo, my man.
I'll show you t-shirts in a minute, Bart, if you want them. He's XL, so mine's look good to him.
I got one, mate. If you want it, I've got one for you. I'll send it to
you. Gabriel Ross. Guaranteed Mysterio will be a hot piece to get when Far From Home trailer drops. Probably, George should have waited to sell that. Cody, Perspex is, like acrylic.
Yeah.
So, Plexus, whatever they call it in America. Nick, 666 in the house. Stone 466. Warren Boundary, how's it going, man? First time to catch us live.
Yeah, welcome, my man.
They heat
Fully
up.
interactive.
Oh, apparently, if you get scratched, I'm not going to try this, but apparently, if you scratch them, you heat them up slightly, and you can polish out the scratches. Apparently, that's what Lee's saying. They call it plexiglass. Yeah, so
plexiglass.
Sorry, over here it's different. We're in England, so it's different.
Yeah, we speak English over here. when we turn around and we say about we say horse riding. We're going to go horse riding. But, you Americans, you have to be so specific that it's like you have to not only say what you're riding, but where you're riding it. So it's horseback riding.
Yeah.
Like you can ride anywhere else.
Then we've got Gerger, and he's asking if there's any good Judge Dredd statues. Depends if you want more comic or movie. The more comic version, probably Pop Culture Shock on, what's it called? Law. Shit, what's his bike called?
You're asking me.
Yeah,
I like the normal one. I like the classic from where I like the comic one where he's standing over a body and he's got like bullets coming out of his gun.
That's nice as well. Where he's got the exclusive is Judge Death.
For Judge Dredd, that would be my first choice. Then the second would probably be the one that Alex talking about. Actually, you can check out the review on our channel. If you type in Judge Dredd, you should be able to find it because we got one where we did it at Tom's house. Where he had that was fucking heavy, man. That piece was heavy.
Yeah.
On the bike with all the light ups. That was really nice as well. But again, it's a vehicle, so it depends on what you're after. And then there's the Judge Death one, which is pretty nice as well. He's got two fingers through the skull that's in front.
So Lockie in the house as well.
I didn't like the movie one that Gary had, to be honest with you. I didn't rate that at all. That was
no.
So you lost interest within 30 seconds of it being in front of you. You're just like, yeah, this is boring.
Eric Hendershot, I think it's 4 mil, if that helps.
What the thickness of the person?
Yeah, it's 4 mil, but I don't know what that is in inches.
4 mil is not bad. 4 mil's pretty good. It's not great. I mean, the glass, some of the heavy duty glass stuff is 10 mil. So
yeah.
But again,
you're
talking about serious weight as well. So that's going to be that's why they're stackable. Yeah,
Lee in the house. So I'm just going through these comments very quickly. I should be at the bottom soon. So who else is that? Spirit RR. Brandon Guerrero just came in.
Hey.
Been holding on my first appearance. Oh yeah, he's been holding on to his first appearance to sell. He told me that the other day. Bays, 2008. We don't like any confusion, Gio. That's what Cody says. Talking about your horseback riding. Sonny, what do you guys think of the Iron Studios Batman, and is it worth it? I've seen the first version of it, and I was not impressed in the slightest. So I think that, I wouldn't go for it. Yeah, sorry, Lawmaster. Thank you, Stuart Murray.
That's the one.
Warren Boundary says, if you want to clean your acrylic, get out some Brillo pads. Yeah. Not good, man. Yeah. All right, so I'm skipping to the bottom of the comments now. Sorry, if I missed anything, can you repost it? So, there we go. Let's just pull this up. So, yeah, I mean, my week, I'm just trying to think now. I did actually go and pick up some CGC stuff before. We've done some videos on them, submitted some, so waiting for those to come back. And I went and bought some comic boxes, which were pretty cool. They got like the Iron Spider on them by the Michael Turner art, which I absolutely love. Which is funny enough is a variant, and they have it on the box. So I picked up 2 of those. Picked up Geo one, and I think Bill Fakes wanted one as well. So I picked up that for him. They don't hold like 75 comics, but I've used them for CGC, and I'm gonna like just lay them down for now until I get a better.
I'm going to use it for the actual comics I want to CGC. I'm going to box and just leave them, so I know that's what I want to CGC.
That's what I've done. That's what I've done with the other one. So the first one, I've got 16 in one of them, and then the other one I've got full of all the Sad Lemon stuff that just come in and some of the pieces I'm looking to do. So I think they hold like 75 comics, so they're pretty cool. Probably quite expensive for what they are, but what can you do? I think when they came out, they were like $12.99, but now we have to pay like 20 quid for them, so it's not good. But hey, we always pay over for things, so that's it, really.
You got to pay what you owe, bitch.
Yeah. Is the XM Studios Nari Alien as big as it looks? Yes. That's it, just yes.
Yeah.
It was really annoying because I was too lazy, but also I got told not to by Alexa, and she's quite a scary little Asian chick, but she they basically XM sent all their things off to Germany for the London Con, and they had issues with the Alien that they needed to repair some pieces. So because they missed the shipment for Germany, they asked if they could ship it to my house, and then I bring it down for the con. So I was like, yeah, sure. And I was thinking in my head, I was like, shit, man, we could do like an unboxing review thing for this and put it all together, and it'd be awesome, and it'd be so good. And then by the time it arrived and wherever else, I was like, yeah, fuck this shit. I remember boxing this up in Singapore, and it was a fucking nightmare. But that, I mean, if you were to basically have that piece, actually, I don't think it'll go in there because it's too tall. It won't go in there. No, it's too tall. I don't ignore that, but yeah.
I'm gonna get your nuts out your mouth and let's get going.
Oh yeah, sorry, raw. Yeah, raw means ungraded. Sorry for comics.
Get you chatting all the lingo, confusing peeps, man.
Well, gotta pretend like I know things. I'll pick up stuff. I'll go on. I type my little post saying, "Oh, myself the CGC groups." I'm like, yeah, newbie question. I'll ask a question. It's funny because a lot of the guys from the statues are in there as well, so they come in and help me out. And,
yeah, they send me messages going, fucking hell, man, this guy, you sure he's your mate? I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
They help me out, and basically when some people start getting a bit arsey, they'll stand up for me, so it's quite nice. What we'll do then is if we pull up the images, yeah?
Let's go. I'm your Huckleberry.
I've got 151 images here. I probably missed some things that you told me to put on there.
That's more than likely.
I think it's likely. So basically, oh yeah, this is something else I wanted to mention as well, but we'll get on to that. I ordered the talking about CGC stuff. There's a company called was it Harvester Investments, and they release like gold and silver things. So I literally bought an Amazing Fantasy number 15 poster made out of silver. And it's in a CGC case, and it's like 10.0.
925 silver, you're talking?
909.
925 is the code for silver, you big fucking idiot.
No, this is like 99.9, it said, though.
99.9 what?
% silver.
Okay, so there's like nickel in it or some other shit then, all right.
But there always is, never 100%. So 925 is 92.5%.
Yeah.
So,
I think
so
it is.
Basically,
that's what it means, 92.5%. That's what
I think so. The 925 is the standard English stamp for silver. So if you go to somewhere else, you might not be 925. Anyway, sorry. Before I go, anyway, sorry, because I did promise Bart I was going to show the T-shirts and stuff.
Why? Showing T-shirts you can't have? Showing him T-shirts you can't have? Why?
No, but because I told him the one, because you've got one of them anyway.
Yeah.
So basically, Right, really quickly, I did go on to Savvy, and I ordered like a blind buying of 10 T-shirts, which George did as well. George got some really good ones. I got some really good ones. But you basically get 10 T-shirts for £20, and it's shipped for free. Some of them again a bit. I'm never ever going to use them. I mean, this one's like Fantastic Beasts. I'm never going to use that. So that could go. I'll give that to my girlfriend like sleeping. I was like, this one I have no fucking clue what it is. This is like F Society.
I like that one because it looks like
it looks like Viva Vendetta.
No, it looks like my mate. What's his name? The geezer in jail.
In
jail, you know, the guy with the beard in jail.
Oh, Bronson.
Yeah, it looks like Bronson. I like
then this is like Far Cry, Primal, which again, that's
They've given you all the T-shirts I have.
Call of Duty, Black Ops. These are all the ones I'm not impressed with. So these are the ones which are going to probably just be like for chats and stuff like that. Then the next ones, I mean, I'm not a Power Ranger fan, so I was going to give these to Bart, but unfortunately he's a big lad, so he can't wear them.
He wears XL like Proper Man does.
XL. So this is like a Power Ranger one, which is kind of like.
That's the one I have, Bart makes. That's the one I'll send you. Can you just pop your address over to me before I send it to you?
And then there's this one, which is like, I actually quite like this one. I don't like Power Rangers, but I like that one.
Yeah, it's nice. I ain't got that one.
And then these are the ones. So that was 6 I'm never going to wear out of the 10. And then the next ones I actually am going to wear. So this is the Back to the Future one, which I quite like.
Yeah, that's nice. Wish I had them.
That one. There's a Deadpool one. So like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Then there's a Bill and Ted one, which is pretty cool as well.
Bogus Journey or Excellent Adventure?
Excellent. There you go. So that's a Bill and Ted one.
Yo, G.
And then this is the one which was like, this saved the day, basically. And it was the last one I took out of the packet. And I was just a bit like, oh, man, and this is a fucking waste of money. 3 T-shirts. All right, whatever. And then this one fucking opened up, and I was like, I would have paid 20 quid just for that.
Yeah, that shirt is like
that is fucking wicked.
That's a print. I know that.
That's
it goes for a lot of money, that print, actually, as well.
Yeah, it's fucking nice. That Robocop one saved the day. What's he saying? What's this? Gio's grown out of T-shirts and now Alex wears them. Yeah. All right. So just checking out the comments. I did actually buy the other shit as well. So I did buy them once.
Yeah. I don't like it.
Nah. Well, they come with the mugs. I wanted the mugs. So the Carnage and the Venom, and they come with the mugs. So I'm not getting them.
Make sure you save the Venom one for me to use.
Yeah. You still got that Superman one. Do you remember the Batman and Superman one? We were going to use those.
Yeah, I still got it.
But they're too... No, you ain't got it. I ain't giving it to you. It's in my house. Or did I give it to you?
No, but it's still mine. You ain't giving it away. It's still
Maybe
mine.
I did give it to you. I can't remember. Fuck it.
No, I ain't got it.
All right. Yeah, the Venom, like... Sorry, Tag's asking now. So the Venom and Carnage, they come with these.
One thing you got to watch about these, I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, yeah? I've got this. I've got the Venom one in my cabinet.
If you tap a spoon on it, it fucking chips.
Yeah, you got to be so careful, man, because it really does. It's quite cool, though. The tongue makes up the handle to turn it.
Yeah. So that's the Venom one there. It looks a bit shit, actually. It looks well shit. It looks like I fucking painted it, man. That's pretty bad.
I told you, but you know what's worse is, like, honestly, like, you put it in your cupboard, you put another cup next to it, and that shit's chipped.
What's going to happen is Colson's going to fucking... It's going to be in the sink, and Colson's going to throw a fucking plate in there, just fucking shatter it to pieces.
Oh, yeah, the plate will kill that fucking cup, I'll tell you that.
She has no respect, that woman.
Carnage one's meant to be nice.
And I'll tell you in a second. I'm not impressed with that Venom one. I'll tell you that Venom one's a bit...
I did warn you. You don't listen to me.
Dang, damn it. I was on like a little buying frenzy, you know. Carnage. I don't know. His nose looks a bit weird. You can't really see it there, but his nose looks like the Grinch. All right.
It looks a bit like the Chatterer, doesn't it? It looks a bit like the Chatterer.
Yeah. From Hellraiser. Yeah. God, I might have to give those out as presents to people. Right, that can go over there. Let's as we were. So
work.
Yeah. Right. So
don't get paid by the hour. Don't get paid at all, but never mind.
Yeah, you wish. Right, then we got the old Magic Infinite screen. Where are we?
Looking handsome today. Oh yeah.
Thank you, man. So that was just to remind me about this is the poster thing.
What, did you take it from up in a fucking tree? That picture. I mean, how far away do you want to be?
No, they wouldn't let me have I couldn't. When you go on the website, it's all kind of protected, so you can't even.
Looks like your fucking neighbour's got it.
No, you can't take any pictures. They got like a special Marvel logo thing on their CGC. That was just to remind me about the boxes.
Yeah, that's nice. It's quite a glossy box, the one as well. So
yeah, I did. What I didn't do was I didn't take out this part because I didn't like the way it punches out of the actual character, and also they're so small that you don't need to.
Yeah, I won't bother either.
There go right on that fucking re-gift list. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, George. I got you a T-shirt and Christmas, man. That's just to remind me that the module cases came up on Sideshow, the smaller versions. Probably hold out a little bit and maybe wait for the new ones to come. But if these are successful, Sideshow are obviously going to distribute more. I also think Big Bad Toy Store is supplying them as well. And in UK, I think it went live today or tomorrow. There you go. Yeah. This has just turned up at my house. Friend Peter just brought it around because he.
How is he?
It's not bad, man. He's all right. He's got over the shit he was going through, but he's doing all right. He lives quite local and he collects some of the pieces. He wants us to review this because we've been giving Pop Culture Shock a hard time lately. So he's kind of dropped this off. This is the Battle Damage Alex version of Ryu. So
yeah, everyone well thinks that's you, isn't it? That's like the biggest compliment you've ever had in your fucking life.
I get a few quite good ones actually. There's obviously people who don't really know.
I look like this stupid cunt from some television fucking show.
Yeah, you got the
picture of him like, oh, that's. I mean, I like the Brock Lesnar ones. I'll take
the detective from Power or something. I think it was. So yeah, we're going to be doing a review on this next week or so, or when Gio gets over. I don't know when I'm going to see you next.
Well, you're going away soon, aren't you? We need to do something soon. So.
Yeah. We also need to do.
Hard at the minute, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's difficult.
So the cover was Amazing Fantasy 15, but sorry, someone's asking. I love Spider-Man. What's the best comic to start with? Jesus, you probably would need to speak to Jem or something like that.
It depends on what you actually like. I mean, I'm quite fun. There's a nice annual that shows him jumping up and down, and there's lots of pictures of Spider-Man, and it's quite artistic. Him flipping and jumping through the air. It's kind of acrobatic. It's quite nice. You like dynamic stuff.
Yeah, but I think it was to read them.
I really like the Todd McFarlane one. I like that one. That's really nice.
Yeah, but I think he actually wants to read them, not display them.
I didn't to read them. Fuck. If you're talking, I don't open any comic at all. Anything I buy, I don't read. If I'm going to do it, I personally would do what Jem does and what other boys are getting into. I'd get into omnibuses and some of the hard. Yeah. We've got so much options. Then it's not really, you know. I mean, you don't want to buy any books that you're not digging.
They also, I mean, to be honest with you as well, just talking about that, I was sent. I didn't know anything about X-23. This is way before the movie came out, and I was always quite interested in the character. Someone told me that you need to look at the paperback that came out, which has all of her origins and things like that. I read that. The first 3/4 of it was actually really, really good, and it kind of showed me all about the character. The end of it was fucking gash. It kind of went, I don't know, went really bad, but it kind of gave me the idea of the character, and then it gives you a suggestion of where to go next. So yeah, they are great ideas to kind of go into either the paperback ones or the omnibuses, and then just start off.
I mean, omnibus is a big money. I mean, personally, for me, because I don't collect them. See, Thanos is my guy, so I quite like Venom. Thanos and Venom are pretty much my guys. So what I do is I buy sort of the paperback stuff, all, the big stories. And you can get them for about, I don't know.
Keep talking, George. I just got to get something.
you get them for like 15 quid or something like that. So I mean, I have loads of Thanos comics. I have too many. I never open any of them. It's just something I just don't do. I don't read comics. I keep them, and I try and keep them in the best condition. I never take them out, so I try and keep them as mint as possible. So what I do then, because I want to read the stories, and I fucking hate reading digitally. Alex reads loads of comics digitally. I just can't be dealing with that. You know, I'm old school. I want to feel the paper, and you know what I mean. I want to feel the actual work I'm doing. So I buy the hardback stuff or the paperback stuff. I usually get them for like 15 quid, and you get like a combination of 6 to 10 comics, all sort of in one story, and then you can just fucking read through it, flip through it. You don't worry about damaging it. It's not worth it. You don't worry about, you know, the spine getting creased or pages folding over, or you accidentally fucking spilling a bit of drink on it, or any, you know, you can relax a little bit. With comics, you can't relax. It's just one of them things. You just like constantly like, you know, even when I had the Magneto, the X-Men Magneto variant, J. Scott Campbell cover signed by Chris Clemens. Yeah. And when I handed him the comic, like, I had to take it obviously out of its sleeve, give it to him. He started fucking flicking through my comic. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he was just like,
going on about Claremont again.
Yeah, he started talking to me about like, "Oh, this should have been yellow, and the writing should have been so," and you know, "Oh, they didn't," you know. And I was just looking at him like, "Dude, if you turn another page, I'm going to literally drop kick you in the fucking chest. Stop touching the shit. Like, yeah. I wouldn't sign the fucking front and hand it back to me. Say thank you. I'll say thank you, and then we go about our way." And you know what I mean? Me, man was like just turning my shit. I was like,
yeah, but then the other dude banged the fucking corner on the table.
You know, that arrived a bit like that. So the guy that was next to me, the CGT guy who was verifying the signature, I turned to him when he was, and I turned to him as he was like flicking with my shit, and I said to him, "What's happening?" Like, what the fuck is going on? And he looked at me like, "Oh no, he really likes talking to people and like going through stuff," and I can understand that, but
yeah,
you know, that's like somebody like, you know, I take over like Lobo to get signed by fucking some artist, and he just like takes out my statue and starts going, "Oh, this is nice. Oh, yeah. I like this. Oh, look at this." I was like this close to being like, "Man, you can be your hand."
And if you look back on the time when I got some signatures done by Stan Lee, his crew basically are a bunch of cunts. They used to just like basically the guy in front of me or the after me, I can't remember which way around is on the video. I got my arm signed and then I got a poster signed.
Yeah.
The guy after me, they just fucking chucked his comic on the table. They just chuck it on the table, and he was like slid across the table, and I'm like, yeah, he just lost like 0.4 marks from that fucking handling.
Yeah, but you see that sort of thing is exactly what I'm talking about. You know, Chris Claremont was actually like being quite careful. And
the guy, like, you could see it clear as day.
I was still not pleased about it. If he'd have taken my shit and like pushed it down and folded it, then there would have been a problem, a big problem.
Clear as day. The guy before or after me on the video, I think is on our channel. He just fucking throws it across the table. And the way he does it, I was just like, that guy's a fucking arsehole. What was I going to say? Tack. Yeah, I love Amazing Spider-Man 50. That's the first Kingpin. I love that cover. Where are we? Whiplash Collectors, so Stephen in the house. I might be there in February as well, Stephen. So going to try. Let's go. All right. Cool.
Go.
So then this is just a congratulations to NED. Basically, he done his repaint of the Elder Predator, and it was shown on Stan Winston School Facebook page. So that's a huge thing for him to achieve.
Totally deserved. I mean, the guy is a fucking genius. He's absolute genius, and he's the most. I mean, I've got to be honest. I have to be really brutally honest. When we got into this game, and we came into this, I'm going to say it right how it was. There's a lot of people with big sub numbers, you know, people we've surpassed now, but they were so fucking closed and shitty with us.
Yeah.
They wouldn't tell us fuck all. They wouldn't respond to nothing. It wouldn't help us. Nenny D is one of the guys who had a massive following, massive respect, big numbers. And that guy would, like, you know, he would talk to us. He would, he conversed with us. He would tell us things. You know, he was he like extended a hand out when, and now I'm quite proud, you know, of majority of how the community runs now, because it's much more open. It's much more It's much more friendly than it used to be. There's a few more scammers in there trying to take advantage of people with good hearts and big wallets, but it's much more now that, oh, this guy made it. Oh, this guy painted it. Oh, no, it's this guy. Let me tag you. Oh, I'll message him for you, and I'll let him know you're interested. It's all like that. That's a community. That's what the fucking word means. Just because you didn't realize that fucking word means.
I've been trying.
You're helping each other. That's the whole point. And then he is one of these guys that when all the other guys were about, and they had these fucking big numbers, and we were just these two idiots, from England who were had like 50 people, 100 people, 500 people, even maybe 1,000 people. It was all very much like, don't know. Where did you get that? I can't remember. Where did you find that? Them snobby bastards that you like speak to, and they're like, oh, I just went on holiday, man, and I've just been here, and they're like, oh wow, the pictures, show you the pictures, and you're like, oh, that's amazing. Where's that? Oh, it's Jamaica. Yeah, well, it's like 400 miles south. Well, that's fucking great. Thank you. That's useful. It's exactly like that. It's like people that, they don't want to share anything. They didn't want to share anything. So they had a good painter, or they had a good repair guy, or they had, a guy who made custom brown boxes, or, whatever. And you would say to them, oh, great, man, I could do with someone like that. You got his name? Oh, sorry, I can't find it. Oh, I can't remember. It was all like that. And it was like, shit, man. Yeah. What is this secret society we just fucking jumped into? What a fucking nightmare.
It was all like a big elitist thing going on.
Like being the new guy at the golf course. That, like, how did you get in here? What are you doing here? Nobody would talk to us. So Nenny D was one of these guys, man. He would talk to anybody. He's just the most friendliest, lovely, down-to-earth guy, but super fucking talented. I mean, I said to him on that post, and I stand by it, I think he's one of the best Predator painters there is.
Well, there's a guy who he follows, Scott Marshall, I think it's
Scott something.
Scott Marshall, I think.
Scott Marshall, yeah.
Yeah.
Nenny D stuff. I've seen Scott Marshall's stuff on Nenny D's channel, and I prefer Nenny D's stuff. So I think he probably knows exactly what he's looking at better than I do. But
we've had Nenny D on our chat a couple of times. I remember it being twice, but I can only find one of them when someone asked me. I'm pretty sure he was on there twice, though. No,
I think we had him as a panel at one time though, where it was a
lot. Oh, okay. There was one where it's
him. I'd love to get him back on, to be honest. For me,
he's got a lot of time for him.
He's a true epitome of the word community. He would tell you who he gets this from and who to speak to. He would never steer you in the wrong direction. A true gentleman, and I'm very proud to call him a good friend.
Yeah, no, super cool guy. Super cool guy. The only thing I don't like about him is he just looks too cool without trying.
He does, man. He makes your beard look like this man's beard, man.
He just does. Like, you look on his fucking thing, and he's like, he was on fucking stage singing Ace of Spades.
Yeah.
It's like, fucking hell, man. This guy, like, doing fucking rock music. He's sitting there chilling out, fucking drinking his brandy and smoking his cigar. What the fuck?
Yeah, and I go with you to try brandy and spit it all over the woman's
face. That was whiskey. You spat it in my face.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was bad.
Oh yeah, Lee said it was me who was asking for the chats. Yeah, there was a few people actually who asked for them. This made me really laugh. Not in a bad way, but in a funny way, where there is fan art, Liu Kang fatality coming out.
Yeah, the dragon.
And basically, it's a dragon fatality where he goes down and he eats the character. And it just made me laugh because basically Liu Kang is probably one of my least favorite pieces I've ever owned. And I just kind of thought to myself, if he actually had this dragon behind him, it would actually be fucking quite badass. If you got the Liu Kang actually repainted, you had the dragon with it, it'd be fucking wicked. But
do you know what I would do? I would fucking have Liu Kang and I would cut off his fucking top torso and just leave the legs.
Have him get eaten. But this piece is like
that makes more sense. And to be honest with you, you could lose that terrible fucking sculpt.
Yeah. Well, I said to the guy that this is about 33 inches tall, and I said to them maybe look into doing this out of translucent resin, because the way it looks on the game, it would look quite good in translucent resin.
Hard to do, but yeah.
Yeah.
Something with that much mass and size, flaws and cracks and things inside it would be difficult.
Very hard as well with the lighting situation on it, but Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. It looks promising.
Looks good. They've nailed it. They've nailed it.
There was a first kind of paint up shown, but I'm not going to show that because it was the first paint up, and it does need a bit more work. So this is the sculpt of it.
Yeah, you've got to get that. You've got to get that paint right because, as we know with a lot of things, this sculpt is can be ruined with bad paint.
Where was this? Would be cool. Sorry, they're talking on the chat.
How dare they? How
fucking dare they? I did actually. True. I don't know who he's talking to. I thought he was talking to me. Don't worry. Don't think he's talking to me. I think we're having their own fucking conversations on our chat. God damn it. There you go. Then this is a fan art Carnage, which I came across today. So he's on top of the.
Looks nice, but for me, Jay Charles still doing.
It's on top of the Daily Planet, Daily Bugle.
Jay Charles doing the best fucking best Carnage. The Raven Escapee, man, that fucking thing. I want to see that. That I want to see. I'm not sure about this one yet, but it's very early.
It's very early on. I do like some parts of it. I don't like the Spider-Man head. It's just like it's not going to happen, really. And unless it's just a mask. It could just be the mask the way it looks there.
Yeah, it could be a mask. I don't know, but
that'd be well hard to do that. To do that like that as a mask, that is really tough to do with it hollow.
Yeah.
So that'd be so tough. And then you got to switch out heads. So you got him crazy transforming.
Yeah. Very early though, this, isn't it?
Yeah, I came across it today while I was scrolling through images.
I like the dynamicness of it and all the things coming out, like almost surrounding him with all the weapons. But for me, it's a little bit busy. It lacks any sort of subtlety, to be honest. It's just a big in-your-face sort of mess for me. I'm not digging that as much. I think there needs a bit of toning down because there's a lot of going on in there that's going to do the work for you. I think all the tendrils filling all the space is just a little bit unnecessary. They're a bit thick and a bit big and a bit noisy. Or sort of toning down a touch,
Yeah.
We've seen with XM, more doesn't necessarily mean better.
Not when you're putting it together and you're fucking stressing out like a
no, just how it looks in general. It just doesn't look better. It's just one of them things.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think it looks promising. I do think that they have potential.
Promising, but needs a little bit of work. Needs a little bit of a toning down.
I mean, it's got an eye in there. It's got a head there.
Yeah, it looks like it is to me. It looks like it's a decapitated head, but that's just too brutal for anybody's tastes.
Yeah, well, yeah. I guess with the character, it can afford to be. But then you move on. This is the Graven's Wolverine. So
yeah, I've got this actually. And do you know what? Funny thing is, the brown red's gone already. There's only a couple left of the yellow and black and stuff. So. Quite interested in this actually. I've been looking for a nice. There's so many of them, but it's hard for me. I'm quite fussy in certain ways, and in other ways, it's what I mean. I just want him to be the right sort of size. I don't want it to be too big,
Well, I mean that's always the problem.
Like with base sort of options. I like the purists who just like the figure to be the focal point is there. I'm probably going to go with the Sentinel base. With the big, that one with a big engine,
turbine thing.
I just, I'm like that. That's why XM ticks a lot of boxes for me because I the base is quite important to me. I like the bases to be sort of fairly stand out.
Yeah. No, it's cool, man. I mean, I don't think that base is needed at all. But I guess if you're going to pose him with like. OG Hulk and OG characters exactly. that, OG Spider-Man.
Exactly.
And there are some people where they may be a bit restricted for space, so that kind of does free up a little bit of space. But
I think the only reason is I don't think it's spatially that he's done it. Knowing him, it's forefront thinking. He's just thinking people have this and display it with like this and this and this, but he wants it to sort of jump in and sort of. Oh, that looks great, doesn't it? Yeah, like that.
That was only a render, but yeah.
Yeah, I like it though. Like it. And a lot of heads with this. There's a lot of heads. I don't know how many heads there are. 4 or 5 heads.
Yes. It looks like 3 there.
Yeah, they're all the same head, aren't they? That's 3. And then I know there's an unmasked, so that means there's 4.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't even bother with the base, that one.
Yeah, I mean, for
Wouldn't
us,
even care.
I definitely want the Turbolands, but, I can understand why.
Then, yeah, I like it. I do. I mean, the thing is with Wolverine is there's a lot of them where he's fucking pissing hot and he's on fucking whatever gear, and the problem with that is I that's not the Wolverine I like. And no, I mean, I know there are a lot of new art where he is like that, but I still think there's some parts on this that need tweaking. I mean, again,
this is miles
yeah,
away.
yeah.
This is still advanced. This is only just like going on to PO. I think this is really early.
Yeah.
Very, very early. But you know what? The way Beast is coming, and I've seen some pictures of Cyclops today, painted up, and it's fucking crazy. So really, really interesting, really good time. So good.
Yeah. This we saw this last week. So this is the Iron Studios Hawkman, and this is now the version with the spread out wings, which is going to be fucking massive.
It looks great.
It looks awesome, and also with the way these wings are, you can put things in front of it.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it will go.
It's quite high, even for 1/3.
It's big. It is big. I mean, yeah, you would need to work out what you're doing and where you're putting this, but if you've got a big display, you can kind of put things in front of it anyway. And I do think that this is probably one of their better looking pieces, to be honest with you.
I like a few of their stuff, to be honest, but it's always when it gets to production sort of stage that I start to see things I don't like.
Yeah, I find them very hit and miss. Yeah. I'm going to go back to their major fuck up, which was the Spider-Man, and I've seen that in person, and I do believe that if you were setting that Spider-Man up and you took out that figure, the figure of that Spider-Man, I think you'd be like, wow, this is fucking insane. Once you start putting it together, you're going to be like, wow, this is cheap, this is shit, this is crap. And when it is
there was a serious ball drop moment there, wasn't it, where they were riding actually a really good wave, and I don't know what happened, but it was.
I think they rushed it. I really think they rushed through. And,
no, it's not what you want to see. I really dig in this. And I don't care what anybody says. I quite like that Hulk as well. There's a lot of heads that come with that Hulk. I like it.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah,
you don't. I like it.
I'm not sold on it. I mean, I know a few people. I know a lot of people who like it. So it's not. It is quite popular.
I had this discussion as well with my mate, Andrew Hutchinson. I had a conversation with him, and the brutal truth is the facts. When you want to get into this is the best advice you're ever going to hear in terms of, your own collecting journey is fucking buy what you like, even if everybody hates it. Even if everybody slags it off, and I'm talking everybody, then you've got not a friend in the world that agrees that this looks great or that looks great. Honest to God, buy the stuff that you like, even if you're alone. Because the truth is that you're going to spend, 99.9% of your time with those pieces. When we first got into this game, you start getting pieces in, and these people you respect, these people you like, are saying they're great, and you buy them. And then you realize, you look around your room, you've got 10 pieces or 8 pieces, and you realize you've got a room full of pieces that are not pieces you want. They're what everybody else likes. And there's no longevity in it. You're better off always just getting what you like. If nobody likes it, who the fuck cares? As long as you can sit in your room and you're like, I can enjoy this for what it is, you're winning.
Well, it's like that kind of thing where the elitist way of, this is when Sideshow gave a fuck, and these are the Sideshow classics, which are the best. Yeah. I've owned quite a handful of those pieces, and they've all been sold on.
Yeah. So, but you bought them because you were sold a promise that, is true for them, but not for you. And that's the situation. It's exactly that. You think I give a fuck? Do you think I care? If I show a picture of something, or somebody shows a picture of something, and everybody says, I hate it, do you think I care? Honestly, me, no way. I'm just like, well, I'm glad because I've got it, I like it, I'm happy. And that's the win. And that's what it should be like for everybody. It's very hard in this community, though. It's very difficult. But trust me, just have the nuts, have the bollocks, and just turn around and be like, you know what? I don't care. I mean, like the Iron Studios Hulk, I like it. If I owned it and everybody hated it, I wouldn't give a fuck. I just think to myself, well, good for me, because I'm happy looking at it, and I've got to look at it, 9 times out of 10. No one else is going to look at it other than me.
Well, I mean, people don't say it is quite popular. It's just I'm one of the people who don't like it, but it is quite popular. Fuck off. Got Tim in the house. Lockie's in the house.
Excellent.
What else? Marcus.
Aurelius.
Oh, and they're talking about the Hawkman should have been a bit smaller. If it was a quarter scale, everyone would be all over it. But
I agree.
Oh well,
I love the curved wings, man. I'm digging that big time. Don't know anything about the character, don't care. But as an artistic piece, I think it ticks a lot of boxes for my personal tastes.
Whiplash. The answer is yes. So yeah. Next piece is Marvel She-Hulk. So,
Why?
What do you mean?
Is that for pre-order?
This is gone up for pre-order, so we just show that because they got the pictures on there. So I saw this one in New York.
You liked it?
I liked elements of it, definitely. There were, I think, something about it though. Her hands looked pretty small.
It's a good example, actually, of what we were just talking about, because I really like XM She-Hulk.
Yeah.
I am a minority of people. There are people that have it and love it, but I'm a minority.
Yeah.
But I don't give a fuck. For me, it's much better. I much prefer it to the Sideshow one. And that's even with XM's like undershaded paint job. I mean, if I owned it, I would definitely get it repainted. But I like it as a piece. Now, not many people do. Everyone sort of leans towards the thing, but I think she's too thin. I know the art that it's based off, but it just does nothing for me with the green hair and all that. Just nothing.
I like it. I do, and I think it looks great. But Archangel's asking basically, why is she always posing? Why is every statue of her is like a pose? So there's no like real natural looks of her, is there?
Right.
It's always her being like Miss Olympia.
Man, XM's is pretty natural, where she's got hold of the tank head and she's like got a finger and she's calling someone over. That's fairly natural. And there's one where she's got hold of the tank cannon and she's got her arm down by her side. And that's quite natural. But I know what you're saying. There is something about it that's very.
I mean, if you look at the face, if you look up the face up close, I think it looks fantastic. One of the comments as well is, shouldn't her gums be like darker? But I don't think it would translate very well.
Yeah.
I don't think it would translate. Like around her eyes and around her mouth. I don't think it would translate at all if they change that color.
Yeah, maybe. I like the metallic colors in the purples and the I don't know if I'd call that purple, probably mauve. It's a bit of a mauve color. Yeah,
and also you like her because you used to love China, so.
Oh, I'd ruin China, even at her biggest. When she was big, fucking hamster jaw China coming in saving Triple H. I lost a lot of fluid over her. Don't worry about that.
Well,
I was young. I was like, wow, she's hot.
She turned into a porn star, didn't she? And then she died. Did she die?
I know, but unfortunately, she turned into a porn star after like loads of surgery and messing around with herself. There was a stage where she was quite fit. Like, I mean, I like her. I like a bit of an Amazonian woman. I got no problem, man. I've got no issue. When Ronda Rousey was killing people, I fancied the pants off her and all.
Yeah, it's not on my list.
Yeah, but you're too. You see, the problem is with you is these women fuck you.
Yeah, they would.
I like a little bit of a challenge. I want
to
fight. I'd like a good scrap. It's all right. Let's fight for dominance. I'm up for that. You definitely lose.
Yeah. China would probably still beat me up. She's been dead for about 4 years and she'd still kill me.
I do like this. I really like the concept of the door and the water and everything. It's a nice concept. It's 1/5 as well. And the 1/5.
Yeah, lucky I've seen that. It was quite bad though, because where like between the fires, the paint was coming off when between these kind of sessions. Anyway, our Spanish Heart is saying, "Well, you fancy Cyborg then, Gio?"
No, that's a line too far, dude. That's a line too far. I think Cyborg would actually, I think Cyborg will get the better of me. There's no doubt about it.
She's scary, man. She's real scary. See, there's a picture that I think I posted on the group, and basically it was Cyborg next to Goro from the first Mortal Kombat movie, and they looked exactly the same.
I totally get that. I mean, she's a fantastic athlete, and I'm in awe of her as an athlete. It's not that bad. That's a nice portrait. I like that portrait much better.
It's gorgeous, yeah. I think it's really well done.
Yeah, it's not. This is a really nice piece. And to be honest, if you're collecting 1/5, you've got like the Thor and the Hulk. And I mean, a friend of mine actually, my mate Sean, has just got in the 1/5. I think the grey one. Maybe I think it was that. And he says it's massive.
What's that? So, the 1/5.
The grey one. You know, I think it's the smashing down one. You know, one of the variants.
Sorry, what character? Sorry, I missed the beginning part.
The Grey Hulk.
Okay, yeah.
And he says it's massive. So, like, 1/5 has actually made quite a comeback this year.
Yeah.
This is one of them pieces that I think would definitely fit into people that are collecting that type of size.
Yeah. Then the Primal Venom. These are some in-hand shots from Lee. I love the portrait. That's great.
That's my favourite McFarlane portrait of any Venom statue I've seen.
I'm not so sure about that one. I love the tongue, the saliva, but I don't like the teeth.
I really like the symbol on the chest, though. Really like the symbol. I think they did a great job with that.
Yeah. But this guy.
My problem with this piece is I don't like the art of Dark Origins at all. I don't like the stubby, silly little legs. The proportions look terrible on this statue. I'm sorry. I know it is exactly what it's meant to be. But there's no accident either that Sideshow or whoever has basically said, yeah, do Dark Origins, Venom. We don't have a problem.
It's Dark Origins what? Olivetti?
I don't know. I just don't like the art. I've seen it a few times. It's not for me. It's really exaggerated. Like upper body is ludicrous. It's like ludicrous, and he's got these little sort of legs. Then they're kind of short, and it looks a bit strange. But I will say this, as a reference, it's exactly as it should be. So there's nothing wrong with this statue in terms of what it's meant to look like. It looks exactly as it should. But I just don't like the reference.
Well, Tak is saying he just thinks it looks really awkward. Cancelled his because he doesn't like the awkwardness of it.
I mean, do you know what my whole problem is this? My whole problem, if you look at this picture, is that whole. Do you know what it reminds me of? Remember He-Man figures?
Yeah.
Where the thigh gets big and then gets little and goes into the body and got a little waist. It just looks really. It looks really strange all around that bottom end. I mean, from the top all the way down to sort of the hip, it looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And then the legs just ruin it. But like I say, it's got to be a reference you enjoy. There's nothing wrong with the statue. It's exactly how it should be. It's just a reference from Dark Origins. That's how it looks.
Is this only 2 heads?
No, you get 3. So you get this one.
I think the other head's the one I prefer.
You get this one. You get the one with the sort of very spazzy teeth that me and you never like.
Yeah. And
then you got one with sort of the better teeth. But
I think I've got a picture of that next, actually. Cynthia's in the house. Yo-Yo, first time catching us live.
Hey, welcome.
Yeah, so Eric Hendershot saying he don't like the way the tendrils attached. Cody saying he prefers XM. Funny enough, the guy who posted this, I think his name's like Lee Ho some.
Yeah, Lee Ho Cho.
Yeah, I met him a few times actually. I meet him each time I'm in Singapore at the cons. I'm just terrible with names, but he posted this and he's got the XM one, and he says he prefers XM one overall. I didn't know that it comes with this massive fucking spider.
Yeah, that's cool. The thing is, as well, just to warn you, he did tell me to tell everybody on the chat that go back to the last picture. That picture up there of the top tendrils, they said be very careful when applying that because he nearly snapped his.
Yeah.
So just be really careful. I think, no, I maintain that McFarlane portrait is the best in the business. Yeah. And that picture there, that whole picture looks the bollocks with him cracking the fucking pipe. Love that whole part.
Shadow 32 in the house, Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo!
Then we go. All over says this Venom is trash.
Nah, it's really difficult because there's parts of XMs that I don't like. For example, I mean, the base could be cleaner, and they, on XM's paint job, the thingies are not great, and the etching of the thing going into Venom's body. I actually prefer the Prime one, where it's the chest part. I prefer it.
Yeah.
But again, nothing's perfect. It's the same with the Comiket, you know, the Comiket spider looks like it's painted on with Tipex. It looks fucking
Yeah,
awful.
it looks bad, doesn't it?
One of the worst ones out there. But again, they all have their merits, and I think that Prime 1 is another Venom that has, you know, a lot of merits and a few negative points for certain people, and XM has the same, and so does,
Yeah.
you know, I don't think there's many Venoms that are really a clean sweep. I think Matt Collections, yeah,
Matt Collectors, yeah.
I don't even know if that's right. His one, from some of the pictures I've seen, looks very, very nice.
Yeah.
I don't like that one with the water fountain though either.
You mean the one in the sewer?
Yeah, I definitely don't like that one.
I've seen that one in Thailand, and that one is fucking quite bad in person.
No, the other one, the one where he's on like a water tower. I love the Bagley head on it, but I don't like the rest.
Oh yeah, oh no, I like that
with a chicken wing leg. I don't like that at all. But
yeah, the one that Andrew Ho's got.
Loads of people have it, yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's what kept them on my mind. So
I think he wants. I think he wants us to review it so he could make us eat some humble pie because he thinks it's the best Venom outgoing. But that's my point. If it touches your reference point, if it's the right nostalgic reference point for you, it's the best Venom for you.
Sure, Ed Dude in the house.
Everybody's fancy, man. Very rare, very, very rare.
Yeah, Ed Dude in the house.
Fucking where you been?
Yeah, fucking hell, man. So the spider comes with it, goes on the side again. I don't know anything about Dark Origins, so I'm assuming that's part of it.
Oh yeah, it's bang on for what it should be. I didn't read it. I've just seen loads. When I saw this, look at that. See that?
Is that one of them?
What?
Or is that XM's one, or is that
XM's and Prime 1's one? And I have to say, XM's is far superior. I mean, sorry, Prime 1's is far superior. Far superior.
I haven't got the picture of the third head because when I was going through, I can see it now, but when I was going through on my phone, I picked up that thinking it was.
I really like that.
But then again, I mean, if this is quarter scale, XM's is like well over scale, so this is even bigger.
XM's is bigger than quarter scale. I mean, that if he stands up straight, that Venom's 30 inches.
But I'm saying, but if then XM's is like well over scaled, the Prime 1 is even bigger.
Yeah, but again, like I told you, when you're talking about scale, right? You got to be very careful. If you look up Venom on the Marvel Wiki universe, whatever you want to look up, his height will be between 6'4" and 10, 12 foot or something stupid like that. It's the same as Carnage. Carnage's height goes from 6'1" or something like that, right? To like 7.5 feet or like 8.5 feet. He's massive. They've been drawn so many ways. There is no wrong or right way. And the Dark Origins Venom's big. Make no doubt about it. It's a big fucking Venom. Some of them are huge, the way they're drawn. So you got to ask yourself the question, is it wrong? And the answer, it's not. Of course it's not. None of them are.
Well, that's the thing, as you say, they're taking references from so many points. Exactly. They've got a lot of leeway.
Exactly. How can it be wrong when you've got 30 artists drawing a character and they've all drawn him differently? It's the same with the Comiket. People talk about Carnage Comiket. Go on Marvel Wiki and look for yourself. You're wrong. Every single one of you that says he's too jacked, you're wrong. You know why? Because if you read up, it says he's like between, I don't know, 6 something and 8 foot or whatever. But his weight is from 200 pounds to like fucking 2 fucking tons or some stupidness. So of course you can't be 7 foot tall and 2,000 pounds and be thin. It doesn't work, does it?
So I read a comment from Alex Cole saying, listening to Alex and Gio and balls deep in the Dominoes, call it he Saturday night.
Man, that's my man right there.
And yeah, we're not talking about Brexit, Coles.
No, ever, never. Oh, if I hear one more fucking word about that, Jesus Christ, honestly, can't change a channel in my house without that being on somewhere.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, they fucked all that up, I'll tell you. But anyway.
That is, man, big mess.
Here's your boy. So this is Lee.
Yeah. So this is actually an interesting story, right? I mean, I don't know if Lee knows this. He probably doesn't. So my apologies. Leave a good picture up like that. Right, I contacted my man Ian Wilkinson. He repainted my Thanos. Now, Ian Wilkinson, I'm a big fan of. For me, he's my go-to guy in the UK for any type of paintwork, repaint work, anything like that. He's my number one. So I can't speak any more highly about Ian Wilkinson's work. Right, I sent him the Thanos. He repainted it. Lots of people contacted me about getting work done from him, and my experience, and it was beautiful all the way through it. Great communication. From start to finish, it was just a joy to work with him. Now, The funny thing is that I sounded out Ian for my Red Hulk to be repainted. I did it long before my friend Lee did. So what happened was I said to Lee about, you know, using him and, you know, blah blah blah, and then I realized that I sort of like fucking double crossed myself because Ian doesn't paint the same piece twice. He wants his pieces to be one of a kind paint job, so he doesn't like to paint the same statue over and over again. And I've actually told Lee now to go to Ian, and I've already sounded Ian out for my own Hulk. So I was like, oh shit. So I contacted Ian and I said to him that, you know, this guy's a lovely guy and, you know, he wants a completely different Hulk and blah 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 blah. And you know, thankfully Ian was like, yeah, like I'll do it. You know it. You know, and he actually thought that I had a different Red Hulk at the time, so he didn't think he was like crossing off any, you know, swords or anything like that at the time. So, you know, when it was done and I said I've sent him, and he got the same piece. He was like, fucking hell, like that. And I said, no, don't worry about it. I want completely different stuff. So, but this is Lee Everington's Red Hulk that he's
is it? So Lee Everington? I thought it was Lee Smurdock Smith, though.
No, it's Everington. It's Lee Everington is his piece.
Okay,
and he basically picked all the, you know, he did it all. Wanted the base redone. You know, I love all this barbed wire and, you know, these bits and pieces got going on here. And I really like what his idea with this. I mean, look at the details in that face and the teeth. It just looks like a threat. It just looks like a new piece, man. It really does.
Yeah.
I'm really digging this. I think his ideas were really, really something. I really do like it.
So I'm just skimming through. So yeah, do you want me to go through some bits? So that's
go,
man. So that's the regular head. That's exclusive. Is that the regular?
That's the exclusive, and the other one is the regular portrait.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's got a lot more expression and detail on the face than the Sideshow paint app shows you. It's much more aggressive, actually.
Oh, Lee Everington said he made the barbed wire himself.
He did. He's actually nice guy. I mean, look how lovely. You know, I'm having the repaint done, and he's like, dude, I've got some of this left over. I've got some of that. I'll order you some of this. What a fucking legendary guy, man. He's like, he's going to send me some bits that I can help jazz up mine a little bit more as well. So,
well, you got people on the comments.
I mean, that's what I'm talking about. It's like the moments like that, and I'm really proud of this community of what it's like today, because you wouldn't get shit like that 5 years ago. You're joking.
Yeah.
Where'd you get them sandbags from? Dunno. Where'd you get the barbed wire from? No idea. Forgotten. Who painted your statue? John Smith?
Yeah.
Smith? Or Jones? Yeah, something like that. Sorry, I can't recall.
Yeah, that's great though. With those sandbags are awesome.
Yeah, he's got a couple. He's sending me a couple. I really like them.
Did you make those as well, Lee? Or
I don't know. He made the barbed wire though. I really like that as well.
Yeah.
But the paint, I mean, the whole concept's fantastic. I love that.
I don't know. The statue's crap. I just want the sandbags and barbed wire. I'm joking. On the they're talking about the seams on some of them. Basically, with the seams on these Hulks, the three of them, you have the grey, the green, and the red. The red is the best concealed, easily.
Yeah, because the red is the only one where they use like slightly black shading.
Yeah.
Because they use black shading and there's a line, you can hide it a little bit better. The others don't have any black shading, so that line is really much more evident. Looks great though. Look at the depth in the skin. Really good job there.
Yeah, he said on here 7 layers of skin tones.
How many? 7?
Apparently 7 layers of skin tones.
Looks amazing. Really good job.
Yeah.
Quite lucky because mine's, I really want it more red. He's actually toned this red down a little bit. Reminds me a lot of Aaron Ray Perez's red Hulk.
Yeah.
The colours are very similar. But yeah, I like it. He did a cracking job, and he had great art direction from Lee there. Yeah, see, like that. That's more the colour, yeah, like that.
It is actually. Look at that, fucking same colour.
Well, that's why he's the man to use. It's exactly right.
Then basically, this is Aaron Ray Perez saying that the new Red Hulk is going to be coming soon. He's reworked it, so he's going to have to make it a bit smaller.
Exciting times.
Can't wait. Really looking forward to that. I mean, big fan of Aaron's work anyway. So,
well, I think Lee wants this anyway, even though he's got the repaint. He says he still wants this piece.
Yeah, don't blame him. Lee has like the big 1/3
Yeah,
Hulk.
he's a big Hulk collector as well. So
Yeah, yeah. Happy JCG's in the house.
welcome, brother.
Yo, yo.
Old school team.
I still struggle with that name for some reason. JCG. I don't know why. Must be my dyslexia.
Your elocution out, bitch.
Then this is an in-hand photo of the Magneto from Sideshow. I think the actual figure looks good, but I don't like the base.
It's amazing. A lot of detail's been lost there.
Yeah,
a lot of detailing on, especially in the silver parts. I don't know if this guy's used a flash though. Don't know what he's done with this picture. It looks very bleached. Those colours. Yeah,
it could be, but I guess
I don't like the helmet either. I don't like it. I don't like that. I
no?
don't like the difference. Nah, that looks tomatoey, that colour of the body, and the head looks.
I think. I mean, like if you look on the back of his TV, around by his face,
yeah, it's flash in it. There's a flash.
You can see there's a heavy flash used there.
Yeah, man. So we can't. That's a hard picture to judge, man.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a hard picture to judge it. I mean, it really looks washed out in the his flash. You can see it there.
Yeah, he's used it there a bit, and there on the chest, and look at Galactus, man. Looks like he's staring at the fucking sun.
Yeah, you're right, it is.
But I actually
there's not a lot of light in that room, but I mean that's there's like literally on this photograph there is like no contrast in it, like any other shades in the purples and the skin colors or the grays of that Sentinel, and I can't believe Sideshow would paint it that basic. I just can't believe that at all.
But I think that the body, I like the body sculpt on it.
Yeah, they've done a better job.
I don't know about the base, but again, we need to see more pictures of it because again,
see the piece. I want to see it. I'm sure that Wallace has this coming, so hopefully, hopefully we'll have some humble pie. We'll sit around and have some pie.
Hopefully, hopefully those fucking chocolate brownies, man.
Yeah, I'm happy to eat some humble pie. I don't give a fuck. I just say what I think, and I'll say what I think if I see it in person. If the pictures don't do the piece justice, you'll hear me say that on review.
Yeah, these are pictures by the photo credits here by Ruben Hernandez.
Oh, my poor brother.
So yeah. If you want to see, so if you want to sell, Cody, hit up Lee Everington on Facebook, or Lee, hit up Cody Spencer about your add-ons for your Hulk. So that's there. The box is pretty nice and pink.
Yeah, nice box.
There's the face there. Get his surgical gloves. You got that. That's like tattooing gloves, isn't it?
That's proper. That's a proper geezer there. He's taking this shit seriously. I like.
That's like one of the tattooists use the black ones.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I like the body sculpt. I like the body sculpt.
Body sculpt looks good. The anatomy's right. It's not overdone, Magneto, which I kind of like that.
Yeah, yeah. Face looks great. Look at that.
Yeah, it's very nice. That's a really nice portrait.
And that from that angle, it looks good because the flash isn't too bad.
Yeah, it engaged, does it? Because he's done it quite close.
Yeah. There was another one like there.
Yeah, the flash.
Yeah, I do think that face looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does. It does look good.
Other than that, yeah, you bleached it out a little bit there, Ruben.
Yeah, there's more contrast in them. I'm sure it fucking is. I'm sure there's more contrast in them colours.
This is like that. Some people got upset about. Sideshow have released another 50 Little Mermaids that they've held back, which has been signed by J. Scott Campbell.
Oh wow! Okay.
So.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so people are getting a little bit upset about that, saying that they would have ordered that in the beginning. It's the same thing as variants.
Yeah.
So now you've got the signature series. So what you have to think about now, as Sideshow or someone else, is now whenever they release any of their other pieces. So who's next? Cinderella. So when Cinderella comes, people are just going to hold back and wait for the signature series.
Yeah, well, if they don't make any sales, they've got to, if the sales slow up, and they know everything about their own sales. Yeah. So if all of a sudden it goes slow, they've only got themselves to blame.
Yeah.
Because it's their own doing it, they do this shit, and that's we keep telling them, and I don't know why, to be honest. I don't know why I waste my fucking time. Because
that's all that's going to happen.
I'm trying to do them a favour and try and tell them how to do this probably I think the right way.
Yeah.
And they ignore it every time, and all they do is lose customers. Because I know plenty of people after this will happen will just go, I ain't buying from them. Never mind.
Well, what's going to happen is if they're invested into the J. Scott Campbell line, they are now going to go, all right, well, Cinderella comes up next Tuesday. I ain't ordering her until the Signature Series comes out.
Yeah.
And they'll just hold back and wait.
Yeah.
So then that was just to remind me, I don't know why that's come halfway through, but this is just to remind the fan art gauntlet of yours came in.
Brilliant. Glad you put it on display and you're using my stuff.
Off, on. So the lights. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks amazing.
Looks great. It's pretty heavy.
Looks massive.
It is big. I thought it might squeeze into a Detolf, but it don't. Then this is the Some Berserk. So this is the Guts and Griffiths versus Zod.
Crazy.
This piece looks insane. This is from the the part there where they go into the there's like a thing where all the guards go in and they'll keep getting killed. So Guts goes in on his own. Then Griffiths goes in to save him. But this piece looks fucking ridiculous.
Great balance of it.
I love the scene as well. Really good scene.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Detailing there on the teeth looks fantastic. The slashes on the horns.
Looks beautiful.
Yeah. Here we go. 70 centimeters high, 80 centimeters wide, and 88 centimeters deep. So
it's a monster, man. That is like literally like a centerpiece chat. That is.
But it's impressive. I mean, like that looks like it's going to be very impressive. But I would hate to think of what that price is going to be. Yeah, it is. I mean, like Spanish Heart says, it's very hard to display. It's going to be so hard to display this where you're getting the most out of all the characters.
Yeah.
Unless you have it on a fucking turntable.
You've got to definitely use the width, the depth as width. So turn it to the side. Yeah. Looking at this, the way this is done, I would have to turn it all the way to the right so that I could see, the opening of that beast. You see, it has arms up on the pillar up there.
Yeah.
I don't want to see the inside of that.
Yeah.
Which you obviously, because it's so dynamic,
you turn it anti-clockwise.
You're going to miss something. You're going to miss wherever you turn that. You're going to miss detail.
That's talking about turning anti-clockwise. You're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, like that is probably one of the coolest scenes in the actual anime. To be honest with you. Apparently it's €1,599, so €1,600.
That's not obscene. That's okay. But for a piece this size, that's not bad. It's about £1,300. That's not bad.
Yeah,
that's a fucking big piece, dude. That's for the market today. That's not terrible.
JJ Bray. Yeah, it's true. When XM first did, so going back to Magneto, when XM first did Magneto, they had no the clues about shrinkage and things like that. They didn't factor it in. So when it shrunk, it is kind of a small quarter scale piece. They admitted that when I was in Singapore. They said it on one of the chats. Shadow 32 in the house.
Anything between 2.5% and 5%.
Yeah,
due to shrinkage. So it's not drastically smaller, but it's not. That's something they learned.
Yeah. Shadow 32 in the house. With this kind of big pieces, we're going to end up buying 2 houses, one for displaying and one delivered.
Yeah, I can see that as well. Definitely.
I feel sorry for anyone who is a big. I mean, I feel sorry for them, but at the same time, a bit envious because people who are fans of Berserk, you are really, really spoiled with some amazing pieces. Oh, yeah. You have some of the best pieces in the hobby, in the Berserk line, but at the same time, you're fucked because for space, Berserk is such a huge bunch of pieces, so you're fucked.
Huge challenge.
These are the first in-hand pictures of Storm. This is by Michael, aren't they? Michael Sue, I think it is. So
I think my boy is it. I think Eric Hendershot's getting this in.
Yeah, there's a few people actually, a few guys getting in.
Better make sure that shit's clean when you send that to Eric Hendershot XM, because if it's not, you can have a problem because that Scorpion of his had problems.
Yeah. Just
You ain't gonna get 2 bites of the pie.
Try not to push it down so hard, Eric. I'm joking.
Yeah, be careful, Eric. Fuck's sake.
Yeah. Damn, son. I mean, I did nearly punch myself in the face when I pulled out of the base, to be honest with you. And so, yeah, she looks absolutely fantastic. Still got that issue there with that scene.
Which one? Oh, yeah, I told you that weren't going to be changed.
Yeah, they were talking about that being changed, but
nah, they did. Nah, there was never going to. The real question is what have they done with the cape near the hand?
Yeah,
that's the change.
Oh no, there is. If you look at that, I don't know if I can zoom in. Here you go, zoom. There should be a close up anyway, but if I do zoom in, there's like a ring now. Oh, hello. Sorry. That was tail wax.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fucking zoom back. I think there is a close up anyway, but I'll
yeah, keep going.
So I mean, I think she looks absolutely fantastic, and I think because this was part of that made to order, where people decided not to order, she's edition size of 300, and she is going to be really, really sought after.
Oh yeah, that's a nightmare for people trying. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, she looks mental, doesn't she? Didn't she look fantastic?
Yeah. Stunning. There you go. So you got these like metal rings, like a bracelet on her, and there you go.
Yeah, that's a bit special. That.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks even better than prototype from when I last saw it.
See that shoulder piece on her left shoulder. Be careful of that because I broke that off. I broke it off with the the prototype. Oh, so Eric Endershot saying it's 420 edition size.
Okay. Well, at least we've got a knowledgeable person in the room.
There you go.
Chatting shit. Nice. Oh, yellow.
Oh, hello. A little bit of yeah.
There's a nun, man. There's a nun, man. I can do some nun action.
Oh, it's a great angle to show off the new idea for the cape. There's the tornado inside. There you go. Hair
looks really.
Yeah, she's stunning, absolutely stunning. Yeah, there you go.
That's
obviously Michael's a man after my own heart. There,
he's got a lot of pictures of her behind. This one. A lot of people didn't like this when I posted the first pictures of this at the con. I fucking love it.
I think the thing about this is it is fucking amazing, but the problem with it is you can't display it. I don't think many people can display this way.
You've got to have it low. If you have it low that you can see down into it, you're laughing.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you can because that tornado is big. She ain't going into like a glass cabinet like a Detov.
You can get a custom fucking display. Display made if you like Storm.
It'd be tough to show her off that way. Yeah, I do love that kind of crazy laugh.
Drunk on power.
Eric Hendershot said it was your first photos that sold him.
My man. That's fun. See, that makes me feel better about the work I do.
Yeah.
Effort I put in. You know, the hours of no sleep and editing and fucking getting them and sorting them and, you know, Alex snoring in the background and fucking...
Fuck off.
She looks great. She really looks something, I've got to say.
Eric said he's definitely get a custom cube made up for her.
That's what I'm looking at. That shot there. Whoever took these photos, he knows what he's doing. This guy is a man after my own heart.
Again, that was Michael Sue, so like SU.
There's some great shots there. That's exactly when I seen it like that. I was looking down at it for fuck. That looks great.
Yeah,
that's done.
That's all the pictures there. So
look at that. With 3 minutes to spare, what a day!
Wow, it's a good day in the office today, was it? So Shadow 32, yeah. So she's just started to do her Asia rounds. So they do the kind of Asia test zone where they send out bunches to Asia, see if there's any major issues, and once they kind of work out if everything's okay, then they send them out further abroad. So yeah.
You don't want to be first wave. I've had this discussion. You never want to be first wave.
No, well, that's what people are realizing.
People that review statues. It's brilliant, like for the channel because you get loads of views and shit like that. But to be honest, when it's your own piece that you're getting in and you're going to display it, it's a small price to pay. Because if you have a problem, it's in them first batches. Always in them first batches that there are issues. You are the test audience, so never forget that. So when you're going on to your resellers, or you're on the phone to Sideshow, or you're ringing them up going, oh, I can buy it early, where, you know, give it to me, man, take a breath, you know, go have a beer, go have a sit, and just think about it. Think about what you're asking, and just think, you know what? Is a month really going to kill me?
Sorry,
no?
Michael, you. So, Michael, why you?
You.
So yeah, you. So, why you?
Great shot. Beautiful pictures. And the piece looks even better than prototype. I mean, that's a serious, that would be a serious contender for stature for female this year.
Well, she just squeezed in, so we're going to have to factor her into it now, for fuck's sake. So, yeah. Yeah.
That's Catwoman fucked. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
It was like filtering. If she had got in there, that would have been quite a tough
Cody, I think with still with having an edition size of 420, you're still going to have like batches still.
Yeah, definitely. They'll do exactly the same thing. They'll be the same thing, just on a smaller scale. So instead of, you know, the Asia thing being, I don't know, like maybe 200-300 pieces or whatever, or 100 pieces in the first batch, whatever they do, it'll be like 30. And then it'll be, you know what I mean?
Wait a minute. So, Luis, is that the monkey, or is it the monkey one? You've just put in the comments there, because if it's the monkey god one, we commented about that last week, and that looks fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
But just let me know about which one you're talking about, because I don't really know their full names. Are we doing a life-size bust of the year? We're gonna have to go through these things and see what if we can pull together like, you know, a number of them, then, you know, we will do the categories. But, you know, we're not going to do just because there's one bust this year that it automatically gets the award, because you know, we'll look into it anyway. We're still working on it. But okay, so yeah, Luis, I haven't seen the in-hand pictures, but the prototype was fucking amazing, because I've saw the pieces that they did previously of the Men on the Horse and a couple of others, and the new one was much better for me. The bases was painted much better. The kind of water on the base, the details on the horse, I thought was really, really nice. But I haven't seen the in-hand pictures of it yet, so I don't know. But how would you order? Well, Cody, I mean, if you're not in Asia, you won't get the first batch anyway. Normally the first batch only goes to Asia. It's just the way it happens. They know who they're sending it to. They know who's sending them on. So
you don't want to send stuff internationally, or send them to, you know, none of them international shit. You don't want any of that getting out with problems, because it's getting it back and replacing it or sending other parts. It's impossible. So you got to make sure that everything's mint.
Yeah, Richard Gauthier in the house. You're a bit late, buddy.
Dude, we're about to sign off, man.
Brendan Guerrero saying the Raptor life-size bust. Actually, I've seen the Raptor life-size bust. It is really nice. It is actually very nice. So, I mean, that has potential. That Raptor bust is bigger than Brendan. If he's sitting on a chair, that Raptor bust is bigger than him. Ed Dude says he's just ordered the Daredevil PF yesterday. Congratulations, brother. He's already got the Elektra on PF as well.
Daniel Bell one.
And then, and he's saying, and Daniel Rose is saying that Deadpool is the best bust of the year for me. Deadpool, I think, was last year. Deadpool may have been last year, because I'm pretty sure I saw Deadpool in Midtown Comics in 2017. I'm pretty sure it was already out.
Yeah, but sometimes the comic places get stuff early.
No, I think it was already out. I don't think it was anything special. Otherwise, I would have done a video. I think people had already videoed it. Otherwise, I would have taken the time to do a video. If it was like something that we hadn't seen before, I would have taken 5 minutes to do it. But it weren't. It was already in hand, I'm sure. Okay. So I might be wrong. I'll look into it, because I know it was definitely there this year. But I'll look into it. Iron Studios are working on a Daredevil. That's right, Brandon. So you should be fucking well pumped about that. Actually, BG's on our side now. He's saying, yep, Deadpool was last year. Ed Dude saying getting his first of many Daniel Bell pieces. All right, guys, what we'll do then is we'll cut it there. And well, no, because Tack, the legendary scale, the life-size bust for the X-Force is going to be next year because it's not in hand yet.
Yeah.
Walter White is the worst bust of the year. Again, I'm not sure if that was last year as well.
Also, keep your just want to tell you, keep your eyes on the RT page, man, because we've got a few exclusive things coming your way soon with Christmas time.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna see that we're gonna show you that you're not gonna see anywhere else. So
right,
stay
until what do you mean until 24 hours later?
Well, yeah, but you still first.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be the so I'm stretching my leg now.
Don't talk about what it is. Just say stay tuned.
Well, yeah, okay, stay tuned.
You are terrible at things like this. You'll just say what it is and it's gone.
I won't say what it is because they told me I'm not allowed to say what it is, so I'm not allowed.
Right, good. So just stay tuned. Thanks very much for your support. We're going to be trying to work out how to do this award show. We're going to definitely get one over.
Well, we've got the award show, but we're still trying to work out how to do the fucking Gambit giveaway, aren't we? So we actually announced the giveaway last week for the Mary Jane and Spider-Man. So the winner of that was Sean Hammond, who did the best post there, which the mods and myself, Gio, and Mohammed Satek all unanimously put up for nomination for that, and it was the easy win. There were so many great entries in there, but his one was basically he went to a class of about 30 students and handed out comics and taught them about the history of Marvel, and we just felt that one was a nice there. So he got that, so he'll be getting the Mary Jane and Spider-Man from XM Studios. As I say, next one will be the Gambit by XM Studios giveaway, so we'll be looking into that. And we'll try to do some more in the end of the year. This year we've just been, even though I haven't been working, I've just seemed to be more busy than not, or just find more time to procrastinate. So yeah. But what do I think? Oh, the PCS Rambo piece. I actually really like the other Rambo piece. Someone's asking about the PCS one. There is another Rambo piece which is on Sideshow. If you type in Rambo, there's a quarter scale Rambo on there, and I actually really like it.
Yeah, because the other one's 1/3, isn't it?
Yeah, the one with that, I think it's got like a helicopter on the base or something. I can't remember who makes it, but that's pretty cool. Thanks, man. Shadow32. Thanks, Alex and Gio. You guys rock. Best statue channel on YouTube, hands down.
Thank you very much.
You'll get your check in the post. And
for £1.50.
Yeah.
It's like
Dave Rose.
She sent me a check for £7.
Dan Rose says, any word when a new Sideshow Juggernaut is coming? Watch your space. Then there we go. So Brenda Guerrero, yeah, but you're not as good as Darth Castle. Well, can't win them all.
That's hard. There's not many people that are as good as Darth Castle. So
I love those guys.
There are boys, man. When they, there are lads. We keep pushing. We keep trying to, support and be there.
Gunnis and Rodney Jones, both great guys. All right, we're going to go now. We've been trying to go for like 6 minutes. Thanks, people. Take care. Have a good weekend. What's left of it, and hopefully we'll be on before Christmas. We'll do the award show. We'll sort it all out. So, thanks, guys.
Peace.